How's it going, guys? This is Luke from Coffee House, and today I wanted to do a quick little review, first tasting of a coffee instant latte that we have here. This is called Clevr from Clevr Blends. Clevr Blends is a company that's been recently getting a lot of buzz in the probiotics, health drink industry, and a lot of brands have been trending towards this kind of like instant drink. So this one is widely reviewed and widely ordered. It's been endorsed by Oprah. I think Meghan Markle owns a portion of this company. It's definitely a serious business they have here. So what I wanted to do is jump in, give you my first reaction to this, go ahead and brew a cup, and then give you my final thoughts. So that's what we'll do. So reading about the Clevr Blends here, I just wanted to rifle off some of the facts on the back here. It is vegan, and it has coffee, oat milk, and coconut milk. And then also some interesting ingredients, some ashwagandha, which they say is for sharp focus, lion's mane extract, which is for stress reduction, reishi, which is for mood boost, and then a bunch of probiotics. It says 500 million of them, so more than a few. But that being said, what I wanted to do is jump in and essentially follow their classic recipe on here, give you a taste of what I taste. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and brew this right now and give you my thoughts. Jumping into the bag here, one thing you want to watch out for is there is this little do not eat thing, don't eat it, and it comes with a little scoop as well. Out of the bag, it smells, like very much vanilla, kind of like almost like a toasted almond smell. Really similar to the Golden Ratio instant, or like the little tea bags that we reviewed a couple months back. Actually very similar. So what I am assuming is there might be some type of sugar in here. Also, this is definitely kind of like that coconut milk powder. It says no sugar added. So there's nothing additional in here, but it's definitely kind of that coconut vanilla aroma in there. We're gonna weigh out 24 grams of this super latte here. And then we're gonna add about 60 grams of water, which is 2 fluid ounces. And then we're gonna add the remaining after we blend it until smooth. So there's 24 right there. I'm gonna go ahead and let me tear that. We'll do our first 60. I'm gonna go ahead and stir that until smooth. And it's actually pretty soluble, which is nice. You're not left with like a lot of big clumps. I know like a lot of people drink protein shakes in the morning and things like that, and those get, pretty clumpy. So I'll set that aside. I don't really want to get it. There we go. And I'll add the remaining. So with a total of 240 here. Look at that. Right on. Beautiful. So I'm gonna give this another stir again. Kind of get all of those little solids hanging out in the bottom. But I mean, based off of the color alone, pretty similar to kind of like an iced latte color. Maybe a little bit more of like a yellowish tinge to it. But I mean, overall, like looks-wise, not that different. Maybe a little bit more of a tinge of yellow in there, but nothing crazy. Almost looks like a cup of miso soup, the way that the sediment is kind of like hanging out in there. And it smells, a little savory, just kind of like from the mushrooms that are in there, but nothing too particularly off. It is a little warm, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this cool for just a minute, and we're gonna jump in and try it. All right, so we've given it some time to cool down, and you can see here the sediment, it's not really dissolving, but more so kind of just suspending itself in the water. You can see kind of like a nice gradient here, and you can actually, if you get up close, you can see it falling down. So that tells me it's not entirely dissolving, but more so kind of just settling, just like miso soup. I mentioned that before. Just based off of kind of reading the ingredients, I have a feeling this might have some kind of umami flavor profiles as well. But that being said, let's jump in and try it. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's definitely not like a latte, like if you're getting this, you're not really expecting to taste, just like an iced latte. There's a lot of added benefits to this specific coffee latte, super latte, that aren't just coffee and milk powder. The use of milk powder is a great addition in this coffee. It adds a really nice kind of smooth texture to this. It's not just a little latte. It does have kind of like a nice, like sweetness to it with the coconut, and it really has kind of like an overall like sweet profile, but there is still kind of like that meatiness that you get from mushrooms. There's almost like this little savory texture and taste that goes on in here. It's really not bad. Like, if you're one of those people who really love the health drinks, and in the morning, you want to pour in some iced oat milk and this into a blender bottle and take it to work, this might be like the perfect thing for you. It's got a little bit of caffeine. It says 50 milligrams, so not a huge amount, not a terribly small amount either. But honestly, it's really not that bad. I kind of enjoy this kind of like pleasant kind of like deviation from the traditional latte, and the fact that it's instant really says a lot about kind of where our industry is going, and I think we're going to see a lot more of things like this in the future. Overall, really not bad. I do actually enjoy this. Even as a coffee drinker, it's not going to replace a shot of espresso or a cup of coffee, but I think it's in its own vein. It fits more within health drinks and things like that. As an instant latte, it's not so much exactly a latte, but I understand why they're using the term latte. It does still have kind of characteristics and color characteristics that encapsulate things like that. That being said, appreciate your guys' patience. I know you might be able to hear our roaster roasting in the background. We are a full production facility here, so we're cranking it out. Yeah, I'm happy that I got to try this. It took 2 months to get here, but with the holidays and everything that's going on, obviously things are a little different now. I'm pleasantly surprised with this drink, and I'm happy that I got to share this experience with you guys. And as always, thank you for watching. Please comment, let us know down below what your thoughts of this drink are, or anything else you'd like to see. Again, I'm Luke from Coffee House. Thanks for tuning in.